What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another PGA Tour 2K21 video. I have been asked by several people to give a golf bag update on where my bag lies as of right now, December 2nd, 2020. So, today we're going to be going through my bag and what I use for all of my rounds on the TGC Tours. And we start with the driver, which everybody probably knows what driver this is. It is the Bridgestone Tour BJGR. It is the highest distance driver, 295 carry. I do this just because distance usually is king in this game, so I almost always use this driver exclusively and normally go for just fast downswings. Personally, I think that this is a must-have in your bag. Some people, don't like the forgiveness or the swing plane on it, but man, this driver, if you don't use this driver, it's just, I think personally you're at a disadvantage. Next up, we have the 3-wood that I use, which is the TaylorMade Sim 3-wood. It is the longest distance 3-wood in the bag. I do this just to branch the distance between the driver and my 3-wood. Any shorter of a 3-wood would leave instances of me having to partial shot a driver a lot, which I don't like doing just because of the swing plane and forgiveness being so low on the Bridgestone. Partial shots can get a little tricky. So I bridge that using this TaylorMade Sim 3-wood. Next up, we have my 3-iron, which is the TGC Zero Sum 950. It is a high-distance 3-iron and also is used to get out of some sticky situations when I get into the rough or into the sand trap. You get some pretty good lies with this 3-iron compared to other offerings, 5-woods, hybrids, things of that nature. This 3-iron does very well to get me out of sticky situations. It also gives me a gap directly in between my irons and my 3-wood. With this bag, there's a lot of partial shots. I do a lot of partial shots with 3-woods, and I do a lot of partial shots with 3-irons. Just because my distance between the 3-wood and my 4-iron is quite great, 70 yards. So I need something in between to bridge that, and I need to use partial shots in order to get everything in between. So this is the 3-iron that we use right here. And then going through my irons, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9-iron, we use the Bridgestone Golf Tour BJGR HF2s. They give you a middle-of-the-road distance on your irons, but the big thing that I like about these is the forgiveness. I like to hit perfect shots with all of my irons, wedges, everything pretty much other than the driver. I like to go for the perfects, and in order to maximize the potential of me getting that perfect, I go the route of getting something with a little bit of a higher forgiveness. And these irons are on the much higher end of that forgiveness comparatively to all the other irons. So the irons I use, 4 through 9, these two are BJGR HF2s. Next up, we have my wedges that I use. We use the Ben Hogan Equalizers. Again, high forgiveness. And also decent shot shaping as well, so we can spin these a little bit. Just like my irons, I want to go for perfects. I want to be able to hit the spots that I am shooting for. And in order to do that, we need a little bit higher forgiveness, at least for me, because I don't like fasting or slowing with my wedges. It also helps when you're doing all of your other shots too with the wedges, your pitches, your splash shots, your flop shots, all of that. So we go with the Ben Hogan Equalizers. Putter doesn't matter, but I'm using the BHB03. I like the flatter head, smaller putters. I just think that you can see the ball better, and you can also see your distancing a little bit better too when you're pulling the putter back. So I use the small, more flat head putter. That way, I can just see my shot better on the green when I am putting. Looking at the distances are a big factor. in what clubs I select. I don't like having too much of a gap, especially in between pitching wedge and 9-iron. The reason I did this 13-yard gap right here is because dependent on the situation, lofting a 9-iron up or de-lofting a pitching wedge down will actually close this gap very nicely. That way I don't need, this to be any closer. I could probably even boost this up a little bit if I wanted to. And maybe I will at some point take this up to, like 140 yards. Because either way, I'll be able to bridge that gap through the loft box, through the true shot. The big thing with this bag is right here. This right here, 179 to 248 with a 215 in the middle. A lot of partial shots come in here, but I don't mind doing partial shots with a 3-wood and a 3-iron. The big thing is I don't like doing partial shots with drivers, just the way the ball flights off a partial shot with a driver, it's just, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. At least I can. So if you're looking for a bag that is high in distance, but also gives you that forgiveness that you're looking for with your wedges and irons, so that you can get some good approach shots coming in, try this bag out. See if it works for you. Other than that, that's all she wrote for today's video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on the video and think about subscribing to the channel. I stream live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Today we will be live with my TGC Tour rounds. If you're interested in that, head on over to the Twitch, drop a follow, join the community. Hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and we will catch you on the next one. Deuces.